Welcome to my weekly video diary. This is the second edition for this month of August. Our Deeper Life Leadership and Entrepreneurship School is still on course. We started 2 weeks ago and we have been diving deeper and deeper into the subject of artificial intelligence, which is, of course, the main topic, the main subject of discussion. Last Sunday, we had a really interesting time. We had a very engaging session with our youths. We were able to produce the script for a drama, which we are going to perform live on stage in the course of the school. And the interesting thing about it is that it was the AI that wrote the script, and it was the students that gave the prompt based on what they were taught, what they learned. They were able to give good prompts, and the AI wrote the script. And you need to see the mood in the house. Everybody was excited. And it was quite interesting considering the fact that many of them do not have much exposure or experience with AI when we started. But now they are getting conversant and they are beginning to like or love the AI, which is one of the main objectives of the whole school. Now, in the course of preparing for last Sunday's pep talk that I gave, I made a remark, a discovery, a fact, or would I even say a fear. I came across a fear that one day the AI may become more intelligent than humans. Yes, there was a projection that by 2066, artificial intelligence will meet up with human intelligence and even surpass it. The reason being that human intelligence does not vary from age to age, generation to generation, millennia to millennia. Human beings have been on earth for thousands of years, even some we say millions of years. And in all those millions of years, man has remained um, man has remained the most intelligent creatures on earth for since the world began, since life on earth began. Homo sapiens, human beings, had remained the most intelligent creatures on earth. But human intelligence have not varied so much. In fact, in that discussion, I showed a graph comparing intelligence versus machine intelligence, and you will see that human intelligence has remained like a straight line from year to year. It has not changed. But in the past 80 years, when computer came into the picture, we see that the computer has been acquiring intelligence, has been becoming smarter and smarter. The intelligence of the machine has been improving. Not only improving, it is improving in exponential rate. The rate of increase is so rapid. That was why the prediction was made that in 2066, machine intelligence will catch up with human intelligence, and from there it will exceed. It is still mind boggling. We can't imagine what life will be like when machine that man created will become smarter than the man that created him. Well, of course, we know that in some aspects of activity or task, like computation, mathematical computation, machine is already more intelligent, smarter and faster. When it comes to doing calculation, machine is more intelligent. So that discovery threw up an issue for me, which is what I want to discuss today. I was asking, why is it that machine gets more intelligent? That's the question I was asking. How come that human intelligence has been static, but machine intelligence has been increasing? how does AI get better and better over time? Okay. In fact, how does AI learn? That was the question I was asking. And is it possible for humans to learn like that and be smart and smarter and be more intelligent over time? That's the question. So, yes, for that question, how does AI learn? The answer is no. In fact, when I ask AI the question, it answered the question very clearly. There are different methods or steps that help machine to learn. Number one is there's input. Machine learns through input. That is data. That's the basic. Machine must be fed with data, must be exposed to data. Data could be in form of texts, books, articles. It could be symbols. It could be images. It could be sound, voice. It could be video. It could be pictures. But machine has to be exposed to those input, tons and tons of them. They form the basics for the machine learning. Okay, input. Then also they learn from data processing. So it's not just that they are exposed to data, but they have a way of processing the data. So there's programming. The people that train the machine, they program the machine in such a way that it will be able to organize the information, analyze, make sense of the data, identify patterns, and sequences and trends. That is what machine does. It is done through programming, of course. Then there's the process of training. Normal computer, every computer is able to work with data, process data. But now we are moving to the level of training the machine. So there's something called machine learning. Okay, machine learns from data. After it's exposed to data, it's able to identify some patterns. All right. So you don't really tell the machine steps what to do. You just show it data, and then it will be able to make sense of that data, identify patterns, and then arrive at decision. That's actually what happens. That's what machine learning is all about. Machine learning, deep learning. That is what the AI does. That's how it learns. All right. Then there's also the issue of feedback. You see, when the computer makes a prediction based on the data and it is wrong, all right, the humans will tell it it's wrong. You missed it. It's able to learn from that, get better, improve its ability to predict, and it may get it right next time. So that is feedback. It's part of the training. So when it makes a prediction and fails, and you give him correction, he takes the correction and feed it back into itself. So that next time it's going to make a better prediction. That's how the machine gets more intelligent by, working on the information and feedback it receives from the humans that train it. Okay. Then there's also issue of application. Machines are able to make decisions or predictions from previous situations. So a situation they have never encountered before, but they can make reference to what happened before. They have memory and they work on that. Then of course we have continuous learning. Yes. So the machine keep on updating itself. So the machine can update itself. As new data arrives, it uses the new data to update itself, to update the information it already has. So that is what machine learning is all about, how computer gets more intelligence. All right. But my concern is, or my curiosity, I'm wondering, is if an individual like myself, somebody like myself, if I will be able to use the same methods, the same procedures, the same steps that machine uses to learn, if I can apply the same and become more intelligent. That's why I'm looking at the possibility of human beings becoming more intelligent with time, applying the same principles that are used to make machine more intelligent. That's what is where my curiosity is taking me to. Well, of course, I know that there are some factors that contribute to human intelligence. For instance, there's a biological factor, that is to say, genetics. There's something called intelligence quotient, IQ, and it is inherited from your father and from your mother. That will determine your IQ. And that IQ determines the level of your intelligence. It fixes the ceiling beyond which you cannot go. But of course, we know that most people do not use the full capacity of their mental ability, capacity of their brain. In fact, people say it's just a fraction. But as I say, it's only a fraction of the mental capacity that people use. People don't reach their potential. So even though the biology has set a limit, but people don't reach there. So is it possible to get to that limit if possible? Become more intelligent? Well, you know where I took the question to the AI. I asked the machine, is it possible for human beings to become more intelligent? And the answer is positive. Yes, one can improve. One can improve. One can get closer and closer to his ultimate potential. So, yes, there are other factors. There are factors that help. Apart from the biological factor, there are other factors like exposure, like training, like environment, especially early life exposure, social stimulation, engagement. All this, even nutrition can affect intelligence. The amount of social stimulation can affect intelligence. The experiences that one has gone through, even the training, formal training, informal training, education, all these are factors that contribute to one's intelligence. And definitely one can do things that can improve his level of intelligence or his mental capacity. So when I took the question to the AI, he gave me some positive steps or tasks or actions or disciplines or habits that I can embark on and I can improve my performance. That is what I want to discuss today. So I'm talking about human intelligence versus machine intelligence. I'm trying to make a comparison. So I want to see if I can learn the way machine learn and improve the way machine improve. When I asked that question, AI gave me some suggestions. Number one, it talks about brain body wake up. Brain body wake up. So this has to do with what you do early in the morning, first thing in the morning. That in the morning, do some exercises, do some wake up, use some exercises to wake up. It suggests brisk walk, it's an exercise, jogging is an exercise, cycling, swimming, things you do with your body, exert your body, increase oxygen consumption. By doing that, the oxygen supply to the brain will improve. And it has been known that there's a connection between bodily function and mental alertness. When you exert yourself, when you exercise yourself, it helps the brain. So that is the first thing the machine suggests. Brain body wake up. Wake up. Exercise yourself. That is it. Number two, you talk about mental warm up. This one is not bodily exercise, it's mental exercise. So there are some activities you can do that one can do to exercise the brain. Something like puzzles, logic, reasoning, learning something new, challenging the brain with new tasks, like learning a new language. These are things, mental exercises that one can do. Even engaging in discussions, in argument, in debate. These are mental exercises that one can do to stimulate the brain and exercise the brain and keep the brain more functional. Then number three, he talk about micro learning bursts. Micro learning bursts. That is to say, actually engage in learning from people, from other people. It suggests like short video, short videos, lectures, teachings, tutorial, master class, you know, in YouTube, in TEDx, listening to master trainers, talk experts, talk about their field, teach something that they are good at. That's what happened in TEDx. Listen to the masters, to those who are good in their field. Let them talk and learn every day or every week. Expose yourself to such sessions of learning. Then there's creative brain workouts. Creative brain workouts. This one has to do with identify a hobby, something different from your normal profession or career, things you do every day. Go into some new areas. Develop a hobby. Like in fact, it gave me a suggestion like photography, like videography, like content creation, video editing. Learn some new skills. Okay. When you are doing that, you are challenging your brain. Musical instrument, new language. When you are doing that, you are challenging the brain. It is a workout. It's like a workout for the brain. The way you do workout for the body, you also do workout for the brain. That is, you set high goal for the brain, hurdle for the brain to cross by making it to do what it is not used to doing. A new thing. That is a workout. Then number 5 is knowledge expansion. Increase your knowledge. That is the data, the input we talk about. AI learns from input, data. AI is exposed to vast tons and tons of data. That's how it becomes intelligent. The decision it makes is based on the data. So likewise, if you want to be more intelligent, expose yourself to information. Read books. That is it. Read books. At least 20 to 30 minutes every day. Read something. And read something that is challenging. Subjects that are difficult, a bit difficult, outside your comfort zone. Tackle from different genre, history, literature, sciences, biography, all sorts of fiction and non-fiction. Read, expand the mind, expose the mind to information. Watch movies too. Not only books, watch movies too. Also educational movies. Yeah. By doing that, you are expanding your knowledge. You are exposing yourself to more data because the facts you get from books, they are like data. And that's what you use in decision making that makes you more intelligent. Then number 6, there is reflection and memory. Reflection and memory. That is, look inwards, go to the past, visit yesterday, and learn something from yesterday. It's reflection. And that is where the issue of journaling comes in. That is writing, diary, journal. What is diary? You go backwards, what you have lived through. Pick the lessons from the life you have lived, from the experiences you have had. Pick lessons from yesterday, from last week, from last month, from last year. Pick lessons from the past so that it will help you in the future. AI does that. It goes back. It goes to the what is behind to be able to make provision for what is in front. So in your journaling, there are 3 questions you should ask. Number 1, what did I learn yesterday? Yesterday could be anytime behind today. So yesterday could be last week, it could be last month, it could be last year. What did I learn? New thing. Number 2, what did I enjoy? That is what went well yesterday. And then number 3, what could I improve? What could I do better? In other words, are there areas I can improve? Always look for rooms for improvement. put it down. That's journaling. That's the essence of journaling. You are trying to make the past to be a teacher for the future. Then, then finally, teach something. Teach somebody. So the idea is that at least once a week, explain a topic to somebody, something you learned. You struggle with something and learn it. Then teach other people. Help other people to learn it. That is it. If you are doing that on a regular basis, you are bound to be more intelligent. If possible, use short videos. Use videos. Record your teaching session. Make it a regular habit. So these are the 7 suggestions the AI gave me, that things I can do to make myself more intelligent. And incidentally, some of those suggestions are already disciplines or habits that I've already inculcated, imbibed, embraced, and I practice them on a regular basis. For instance, reading. Reading culture, I have revived it and it has come to stay. I have reading challenge for the year. In fact, I have exceeded my challenge. Okay, the number of books I plan to read this year, I've already exceeded the limit I set. I read and I vary my reading menu. I read from different genres. Then issue of journaling. It has come to stay too. At least once a week, I write something. I keep journal. I visit the park. I discuss issues and concepts. Issue of content creation, delving into my hobby. I'm at home with that, recording videos, editing videos, creating content. I'm doing that. Okay, I'm doing that. In fact, what I'm doing right now is part of it. My weekly video edition is part of it. Every week I teach, I discuss, and I make video of what I'm doing. It's part of it. I didn't consult AI before I started, but from the look of things, I am on the right path. So yes, I believe I am on track. I am in the process of keeping my brain active and lively. Even if I may not become as intelligent as a machine, at least I'm not going to go into disuse atrophy. As I get older, I will not get dumber, you know, I'll get sharper, I'll get more intelligent. That's what I want to do, and I will continue doing that. So I must keep my mental muscles in good tone. That's the idea. So let's hope that machine will not take over from us. Machine will not become more intelligent. So it's not only machine that will become more intelligent. Humans can also become more intelligent by deliberate and diligent application of the processes and steps hereby enunciated. Thank you very much for your audience. See you next time.